Hi, welcome kids. Welcome to the Children's Creative Corner. I'm Miss Susan and I'm going to show you today how to do some doodling patterns, okay? And this way you can do something during the day that's calming and keeps your mind busy and off of boredom, hopefully. Anyway, okay, and the materials you will need are any kind of paper. Any paper at all will do, even if it's lined school paper, it's fine. Paper plate, fine, okay? And basically a pencil. Okay, if you also have Sharpies, those are fine to use as well. Colored pencils and a pen, if you choose. You can use one or a combination of all of them. Doesn't matter. So anyway, these are some of the patterns, but we're only going to do 4 today. Okay, and these are the 4 we're going to do. Hollybow, Cadent, I think this is called Printemps, and this one doesn't have a name. And then we'll do some borders for fun. Okay, so let's get your material. Come on back and meet me here in a few minutes and we'll get started. Now I do want to mention before we get started that you can buy materials online from Art Lab Kuwait from Instagram. Okay, and they'll give you the phone number there, 960-60992. Tell them that Susan sent you and they'll get your order out as quickly as possible. Okay, so here's our blank page, and I have already got it started. The first thing you're going to do is, I'm using a pencil, okay? First thing you're going to do is make a big box, square or rectangle, whatever you choose, and then divide it into 4 sections. And it doesn't have to be straight. This does not require an eraser, or a ruler. Just do it by, hand-eye coordination. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is draw one line down. Okay, here's where I started. Okay, and then a parallel line next to it. And then each line after that is goes underneath. So you have to imagine where it would be. So here I just pick a place, any place, doesn't matter. So I start here and I went under, okay, and then continued. A little bit over, continued. Chose another place, started here, continued down, okay? So you just keep doing that until you got the design as you would like it. You can have it as minimal or even more than that. It's up to you. Okay, then the next thing you would do on this particular one is you can go ahead and find some of these small triangles that you've created, and you can darken them in. Another option is you can just darken all of them in. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. Okay, so I'd put a dark one here, color that in there, color this one here, maybe this one. You decide what you want to do. This is just for the interest of time. I'll just show you a few. Or you can even copy the design here, okay, and follow the paper, okay, and then fill it in if you want, okay. Or you could just leave it and then put a dot in the center, and then the others you could just put dots in, and you can decide how big you would want to make these dots. So you would just continue until you filled it all in to be like this, okay? Now, the next one we're going to do is this one, Printemps. This is easy, and I'm going to go ahead and use a Sharpie. Okay, I'll use this one. Okay, now, these are very easy. You just make spirals, and you can make spirals as many as you want, as big as you want, all over. Okay, so I'm just going to start anywhere and just spiral. And then whenever I want, I will close the spiral. Okay, and then another one. Okay, and then maybe a smaller one here. And it's okay if your lines aren't, straight or they overlap. And then here you're going to pretend you go off. You want to stay inside this box. Okay, you can put one maybe here and then pretend that when you get to the edge. Okay, all right, and we'll put another one here. And it's like pretend it's off the edge. You can, if they touch each other, that's fine too. Okay, now, so you can continue this as much as you want, and then you can go in the blank areas, okay, and put some just circles, and they can be any size circles, they can be many sizes, okay. Fill it up as much as you want, okay, or you can do more spirals, that's always fun too, okay. And you, like I said, you can do this with a colored pencil. It doesn't have to be a Sharpie, or just with a pencil, doesn't matter. Okay, and then what you're going to do, if I have my heavier thing. So you're going to continue with making all these different circles of various sizes. Then you would color in the background like this, okay? So, and this is labor intensive, I guess you would want to say, and then you just continue to color it in. If you had a heavier Sharpie, it would certainly go faster. But you know, this is not a race. So anyway, this is basically what you're going to do on this one. Okay, and then you can come back later, you know, or you can use a pencil. And if you wanted to, you could come in here and close the centers. So there's a little black dot in all the centers of various sizes, you know, and it'll give your work some dimension. Okay, so then you would complete it so that it would end up looking like this. Okay, great, good job. You're all doing really well. Okay, next one is this one. I think it's called Cadent, something like that. Very easy. Let me use another color of Sharpie just for variety's sake. Okay, here you're going to make circles that are equal distance apart, but don't worry about a measurement. Just do it by eye. So I'm going to put one here, one here, one there. Okay, sort of up and down, you know. Okay, and don't worry about being off the page. Okay, okay, there you go. Now, that's the first step. Next, you're going to make like a S on each one of them. Okay, you're going to start at the top, come around to the bottom, like a S. Okay, and then here you're going to pretend it goes off, and so up here you have to pretend it comes around like that. Okay, so here's an S, an S, an S, an S, and off the page, off the page. I always have to think of how this comes. Okay. Then you switch, you turn your work. Okay, I'm going to hold it up here so I can do it better. Okay, again, S, 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 around and down, around and down, around and around and around. And then up here, would there be like a circle up here, so you'd come around and down. I think I did that wrong. No, it's okay. This way and this way. Okay. So then we can come back here. Okay, and there's many ways to do the centers. You can do gazillions of ways. Okay, but we'll follow this one. Okay, you just make like a box, sort of follow the line of the square itself, if you want. Okay, and this would sort of be up there somewhere. There'd be one here. Okay, one here, because it's sort of off the page. Okay, and this would come here. Okay, so you get the idea. Now you can do a gazillion different things here, but it's up to you. You can design the inside of this any way you want. Okay, you could even keep making boxes, you know, but this is kind of a big thing, you know. So you can do that, or you can just come in and make a dot in some of the centers. Okay, some of them won't get anything because you won't see it because it's like off the page, but here, let's make a box there. Okay, and then the last thing you would do is fill in these circles. Okay, and if you wanted, you could even fill this in. Okay, these boxes, and it's up to you. You know, you can be as creative as you want to be with this. Okay. Oh, I'm filling in the wrong thing here. Here we go. The circles, 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 circles. Okay. Now maybe let's put a little something there. Okay, maybe a little something here, here, and here. Here there'd be something here, and we'll color that in for fun. Oh, one here, and we'll color this one in for fun. Okay. So that's the third pattern, okay, for today. Okay, and the last pattern, I'm not sure what it's called. Might not even have a name, but I'm going to use a colored pencil today. Okay, so what you start here with, this is like 5 petals. It's like a flower. Okay, I'm just going to start in the center here. Okay, I'm going to come up here, make a spiral, count to 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, come down. Okay, and then close it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, come down and close it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, come down, close it. Okay, and then I have to move my artwork up here. I'm going to hold it up here. 1, 2, 3, come down, Even if you only did it twice around, that's okay. Here I'm going to pretend, okay, come down and down, okay. Then I'm going to come, the second thing I'm going to do is come in and just make curved lines all the way down to follow the pattern, okay, all the way. So I would do that all the way around, okay. Oh, you want to follow the curve of the thing here, okay. Okay. Then I'm going to take and draw around, we call it aura, but not important, okay. So each one I'm going to come up, come down, come up, around, down, and it, no even thing, it doesn't matter if it, what it does, okay, come around, pretend there. And I'm going to go at least 2, maybe 3 times around, okay, there, okay, and 1, 2, 1, 2, okay, so they all have the same. And then I can try to make these antenna-like, okay? So I'm going to just come here with a dot, come here with a dot, come here with a dot. And I can make this, as crazy if I want. If I want to put a third one here, I can do that too. It depends on what your space is, Okay, here we go, and 1 here, okay. All right, and then we can come up to the top of them, okay, and we can make a little mark there, or like a circle and like a diamond shape, okay. It's upside down, yeah, well, it should go this way, there, yeah, so it's best to turn the work as you go, okay. So that would be it with the 4, okay. So sometimes people come in and do shading here with a pencil, but that's not really necessary, down in here where it meets, right in here. And it sometimes will pop it and make it have dimension. But just a little bit, This is very effective, at least especially if it was done in black. But I wouldn't, it's just an option. You don't need to do it, okay? All right, so those are the 4 patterns for today. Now we're also going to put borders. It's always fun to doodle borders, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and use my Sharpie again because I have a fine point Sharpie. Okay, it's best with fine point. The fatter Sharpies get really messy because this was done with a fatter Sharpie here. Okay, so what we want to do here, we'll do this one. Okay, and then I'll do one of these, each one of these. Okay, so if you have room on the side, that's fine. You're going to make a teardrop, what they call a teardrop. Okay, and you can put like a leaf in it. Okay, and then these just are teardrops, one after the other. Okay, what they call teardrops, or okay, and as many as you want. Small one. Okay, and then come up here. And these little lines in the middle are what really give it some personality. Make them as big as you want. Okay, so that would be one type of border. Okay, another border would be just with leaves. Okay, and I don't have much room here, so I'm just going to do it across the top. You can do a wavy line. Okay, and then off of the end, okay, you'll come in a little bit and just make like a heart almost. And there's the end of your leaf there, and then the end of your leaf here, and then every time you put a line, then you're going to do like a heart around it, okay? And you decide. I mean, you can really go all over with this. And these are like squiggly lines, okay? All right, there we go. Maybe another one here. Okay. All right. Maybe another one here. You can make them big and small ones, okay? Because they're different sizes. So that would be one type of border. Okay, and the other kind of border, you can like repeat that there, or not even do a border, but it's up to you. The other type would be just the same thing as this, only you're going to have 2 lines together. And I'll just do a small one down here. Actually, I'll turn it upside down, and because it won't matter. Okay, so I would just here go up, maybe like that. Okay, and then turn it down, and then okay. The same idea, only you're going to have 2 things here. Okay, little thing there, little thing there. And the angle of these can be difficult, but don't get all, upset about it. It's no big deal. Okay. So just do like a heart around it. Okay. And this one's going to come into that one. That's okay. Maybe a little small one here. Yeah, and another small one here. Oops. Okay. So there you have it. And at the end, when you decide you're finished, be sure to sign your name. Okay, so I'm going to sign my name in the lower right-hand corner. That's where we usually sign our name. Okay, and I just usually do my initials. Okay, so, and I'm just going to sign it right here. So I know that that's my work. And if you want, you can also put today's date. Okay, so when you've got that done, if you want, you can take your Sharpie. Okay, this is a fine point one, but it doesn't have to be the fine point. You can just outline your design. Now, if you chose to do the whole design in pencil, and then you can come back at the end and cover it all with the Sharpie. And then if you wanted, you could erase any lines you don't like. But that's, it's all optional. So then you would finish it off like this. So that, oops, see, I went off the line there. Not a big deal. Okay. Okay. All right, so you would just continue around. Okay. So there you have it. Okay, so those are 4 patterns. Next time, I'm going to show you 4 other patterns, and then we'll put it together into a design that you can see different things. So it's lots of fun to do doodling. Lots and lots of fun. So there's lots of options to do. So next time, like I said, 4 more. Okay, and please send us your emails, or I guess you email it. I don't even know the terminology anymore, all this over my head. Send it to TLC and we'll post them so we can see what you've done. I really want to see your work. So thank you so much for coming to visit today. Okay, and I'll see you again soon. Bye now.